In this video, I'm going to show you my M1 investing platform account and just kind of go through some steps of giving you a head start on how to start investing and using their website in case you decide to go that route. So I'll be putting that up on the screen and walking through some of the different screens and some of the different methods that are used on that investing site. And as I've said in my other videos, I'm putting a link to M1 in the description below that if you decide to use M1, if you use that link and create an account and invest or deposit $5,000, then you'll get a $100 bonus added to your account because of using a referral link, and I'll also get a referral of $100 in my account because of being the one who referred you to their site. So if you find value in my videos, please use my link to go set up your own M1 if you decide to use it. So this is my M1 homepage for my account, and as you see, if you look here, it shows you your M1 net worth. It's showing $26,800. Basically, that's including M1 has a savings account, and I've got $2,500 plus in a savings account that's drawing 5% interest. So that $26,800 includes my savings. So if I subtract out the savings, then I've got something like $24,400 or anyway, a little bit more than $24,000. So right now my accounts are actually down from what they've been. My $24,000 original investment's just worth a little bit more than $24,000 right now. Of course, I'm investing $33,859 because that includes my borrowed money. This shows you how much I'm borrowing down here. So you get a synopsis on the home page of everything that you've got in M1. So just as an example, because the market's down the last few days, this 26.8 just last Friday, today is Wednesday, last Friday this was over 28,000. So the market fluctuates up and down. That's just part of investing, but as long as it doesn't go down some tremendously huge amounts, and even now where it is, I'm still in the plus on my initial investment. So I watch this carefully, but I don't sweat it too much, because like I said, tomorrow it may be back up where I'm $1,000 ahead. It's just one of those things that you can't really get all nervous about it, because it's just something the market does. It fluctuates. All right, so the save page just shows you information about your savings account, how much money you have in that. Your spend page is that has to do with a credit card that you can get from them, which I don't do. Invest it shows you your portfolio. So here's my portfolio, 33.6. Like I said, just this past Friday, just less than a week ago, this was up 37,000. I think it might have been 38,000 in the last week. So it goes up and down, and it's down quite a bit today, has been in the last couple of days, but it'll come back up. I've learned not to. I used to get real nervous about that, but I've learned not to get nervous about the value of your portfolio. It's going to go up and down. The key is you're still collecting dividends. Regardless of the value of the stocks, you're still collecting the same amount of dividends. because you're getting dividends based on how many shares you hold. So the value of the shares I hold may go up and down, but the amount of dividends I get doesn't change because I haven't changed how many shares I hold, so I'm still getting my income. So I told you that M1 is set up like with pies, what they call pies. And as you see, this big slice here, almost all my money's in one pie because I'm only doing monthly dividend stuff now. I have about a couple of grand, as you can see, in what I call the high dividend pie. These are a couple of stocks I'm still holding on to that pay their dividends quarterly, and I'm just waiting for the price of those stocks to come up so I can sell them, move that money over into my 6 monthly stocks. So if I click on my monthly pie, it shows you that that's all time. So all time I'm losing money, $660 over all time. Year to date, I'm up $565 year to date. So it kind of helps you just to keep up with what your account's doing. For the last quarter, I'm up $1,296. So you know, obviously my last year in dividend investing was a pretty bad year for the stock market, but year to date, you know, the market's coming back and my account's doing well. So that's basically how you keep up with your account. So here's the stocks. This is that list of stocks I gave, and this shows how much I have invested in each one. Now this USOI is a little bit different than the rest, so I'm going to explain it a little bit. It's not your typical dividend stock. It's a stock or an ETF. I'm not. I guess it might be called an ETF. Anyway, it's a product that invest in crude oil futures, and they use options and each month, you know, they pay a dividend based on how well they've done the previous month in their crude oil investing, and they do a pretty good job. In fact, typically I'll make 20 to 30%, and sometimes even more than 30% every month on USOI. It goes up and down, it fluctuates. The rest of them are pretty stable because they're standard dividend stocks and they're pretty stable. USOI is kind of like an extra bonus that I use. I don't think it's ever paid less than 18%, but many months it pays more than 18%. If I open it up, you can see that over the last, what are we looking at? We're looking at quarter. Over the last quarter, I've had earned dividends of $335 on USOI. The market gain on USOI has been $144, so I'm up total of $479 with this stock. So if I look at the last month, then market's down, but I made $151 in the last month on dividends on this stock. So it's a nice addition. I guess you call it a little bit more, I can't think of the word I'm looking for. It's less stable, more chance for gain, but also I guess there's a little bit more volatile is the word I'm looking for. It's a little bit more volatile than your standard dividend stock, so I use it, but I'm finding getting a decent income out of it every month, typically 18% or more, and that's what my goal is to shoot for 18% or more. So this is kind of how F1 works. The only thing I think I need to point out is F1, you see this little thing right here, auto invest, and I keep it turned off. If you turn on auto invest every time you get dividends in, like right now my buying power is 74.44. That's how much cash I have in my balance that is not invested in something. So if I had auto invest turned on, then tomorrow at the next trade window they would invest my $74 into my pies based on the allocation I've set up. And I need to explain allocations. Let me back up one screen here. If you look at allocations, I don't even worry with it because I don't use auto invest. So I've only got 1% allocated here, 1% allocated here, 56% allocated there. I used to use auto invest, so you basically tell it how much of every dollar that goes in, how much you want it to go to each stock. Well, I don't use auto invest anymore. I just do manual investing. So I like to manually monitor mine. So you need to be aware if you decide to use M1, when you sign up and get an account, auto invest will be turned on by default. If you want to do it like me, use the manual process, you need to turn off auto invest. Now, you can't just say I want to buy stocks right now. That's not the way M1 works. Like I said, it's not your typical investment platform. It's designed for long-term investing. So there's 2 trade windows every day. You have a 9:30 a.m. trade window and you have a 3 p.m. trade window. Now the 3 p.m. trade window is only available, you see this M plus, if you pay for M1 plus, it's $120 a year I think for M1 plus, then you have access to both trading windows. And there's quite a few other advantages to M1 plus. For one thing, the savings account pays 5% interest, and if you only have regular M1, it doesn't pay but 3.5% or something. It's less than 5%. So there's advantages. My determination is that I'm gaining more value from M1 Plus than I'm paying for that membership. The other thing is your borrowed interest on your margin. You're paying a lower interest rate if you have M1 Plus than if you're a regular M1. So you save money there also. So I'm actually saving more money with my benefits from M1 Plus than it's costing me. So that's just something for you to look at if you decide to use M1, as to whether you want to invest in the M1 Plus or just use the free regular M1 account. So yeah, I think I've pretty much, if you want to make an investment, just to give an example, if I'm in this one stock right here, I'm used to doing this on my phone and I'm not familiar with where it is here. On the phone there's a manage where you can actually tell it you want to purchase. It's somewhere on the website too. I just don't usually use the website. But anyway, you can just tell it that you want to manage this stock or this slice of your pie, and then you can buy or sell. Oh, here it is, buy or sell. That's where it is. So you just tell it you want to buy or sell. It goes in and it says that if you want to buy, you've got $74 you can spend to buy. So you can buy USOI $74 worth, and with M1 you can purchase pieces. You don't have to buy a full share. You can just what they call micro shares, I guess, where they split them up, and so you can pretty much put as much money in as you want. You don't have to worry about how many shares you purchase. You just say I want to spend $100, and it'll buy as much as you can buy for $100 with whatever stock you're trying to buy. And if you want to sell it, it'll tell you that you've got $6,923. How much of that do you want to sell? You plug that number in, and then the next trading window, it will make that trade for you. All right, so let me back out of this because I don't want to make any trades right now. All right, so I think, hopefully that's enough to at least give you a heads up on how M1 works. I've got my email address in the description, so you can always send me an email. I'll get that faster than if you make a comment. So send me an email. I'm happy to answer questions that you might have after watching this video. So thanks for watching this video. Again, if you decide you want to use M1, please use my link in the description below, and I'll also leave a link at the end here to my playlist, and you can click that to get back to the playlist so you can watch other videos that I've made in my dividend investing playlist.